The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 755. Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Marc Gunn. I'm a Celtic musician and also host of Pub Songs and Stories. Every song has a story. Every episode is a toast to Celtic and folk songwriters. Discover the stories behind the songs from the heart of the Celtic pub scene. This podcast is for fans of all kinds of Celtic music. We are here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists. Let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. These musicians are not part of corporations. They are small indie groups. They rely on people just like you to support their music so they can keep creating it. Please show your generosity, buy a CD, album pen, shirt, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all of the artists in the show notes along with showtimes when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com. I had a great time performing with my daughter with our group May Will Bloom at Sherwood Forest Fair. She put on a fantastic show. In fact, there's a video, there's a video short, one of those short little videos that has us performing on stage, and it was so much fun. I think you can find it at Instagram.com/May Will Bloom, or on TikTok, same thing. So go check it out if you'd like to see that. You are 2 weeks into the Spring Celtic Challenge, and that is no small thing. 2 weeks of walking, 2 weeks of music, 2 weeks of picking up a little trash and leaving the world a bit cleaner than you found it. Week 3 is where it gets real. The novelty has worn off. Life has gotten in the way at least once, sometimes a little bit more than that, and you're still here, and that matters. So here's your reminder. Step outside today. 20 minutes, let the music move with you, and if you spot something on the ground that doesn't belong there, pick it up. One piece, that's it. That's the bare minimum. You can pick that up. You see more, feel free, but pick up one piece. If you've been working on the community knotwork or sharing your challenge art, keep going, tag it, share it, celebrate it. You're building something with this community step by step. 2 weeks down, 2 to go. Let's walk. Let me know how it's going. Email me, follow at bestcelticmusic.net. I'd love to hear from you. We kicked off the show with Cedar Dobson and Debojyoti Sanyal with Jimmy Ward's Jig from Kolkata to Dublin. Next up is the Here and Now. This is Madison Avenue from their album Ladybird.
snare I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. In November we trip lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passions pledged. The Queen of Hearts still making toss, I'm not making hay, and I love too much, and as such by such is happiness blown away. I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. A reason must allow that I have loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the day to lose his wings at the dawn of the day.
so hard not to cry, to put on a smile, a sad little lie. I look out at empty fields, rotten earth is all it yields.
I'm sorry,
Well, it's not your fault.
wish there was something.
Don't we all?
The land, God forsakes us. The land, England ignores us. Those who survive will remember. I stand here with blood on my hands. Tried so hard to bring food from the land. I'll look out at empty fields, rotten earth is all it yields.
I am sorry.
It's not your fault.
Wish there was something.
Well, don't we all? The land, God forsakes us. The land, England ignores us. Those who survive will remember. I stand here, no tears to cry, on barren land. Here's where I lie. I look out at empty fields, rotten dirt is all it yields. Where's their answer to our call? I wish they did something. Don't we all? The land, God forsakes us. The land, England ignores us. Those who survive will remember. Those who survive will remember.
After The Here and Now came Ryan McCombe. That was Ragland Road. It's from a single that is out now, and I think pretty sure that an album's coming from Ryan, so keep an eye open for that. After that was Faoileán with Cat on the Roof from Why Should I Not? And we finished up the set with The Land by Celtic Conundrum from their album Lore. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you're doing while listening. Email me, follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Ryan S. emailed back in January, "Hey Marc, on this week's Dan Savage podcast episode number 1000, they mentioned the Irish and Celtic Music podcast. Woot! Keep up the good work." That's awesome, Ryan. Thank you again for sharing that. I love seeing the podcast get a little love all around the world, so keep spreading the word. Shell Fiddler emailed, "Hey Marc, I am also a longtime Celtic musician. As a player, I love the pin idea. As an audience, my invented word for one audience, I probably wouldn't buy it. But that's just me. I'm not inclined to listen to Celtic music at home. I'm more likely to go to a live show or even hire the band to play a house concert. I'm running the Celtic series at the Old Brogue in Great Falls now. I adopted that baby from Iona this past fall. Hopefully I can beg your help promoting the shows. We need all the help we can get. I'm so very green at promoting shows, and now I'm running 2 concert series. Like you, I'm all about keeping this music alive and vibrant, building an audience for my brilliant colleagues. All the best. Thank you so much, Shell. Yes, feel free to drop me a line about some of the concerts that are happening. This podcast is not really timely for the most part, but I don't think you sent a link to this concert series, so maybe if you do that, I can mention it in the next episode. It is funny about the album pen idea. For those, again, who are new to it, an album pen is a lapel pen. It is themed to a particular album that you've released. Could be some words from the album. It could be a picture. Could be both. I have one that says, I went drinking with hobbits, and it goes with my Don't Go Drinking with Hobbits album. But then you get a digital download of that album as well. So it's for those of us who don't have CD players. That said, I am seeing little hints that CDs are making a bit of a comeback. Doesn't mean I'm exactly changing how I'm doing things, but I know I, for one, have gotten more into the idea of doing stuff offline, not connected to the net. Great thing about podcasts is, technically speaking, they're kind of offline too. You typically download the podcast and then you can listen to it anywhere you go. That's the brilliance of podcasting. Nevertheless, the album pen is not for everyone. And there are people still doing USBs, and sometimes those work better. Those at least mentally strike you the same, in a better way. You can think about that. But CDs are still an option for many things. I know I still have a bunch of CDs, probably 3,000 on my shelf at home, because I have a lot of albums. But, do what works for you. And keep it in mind if perhaps it'll appeal to some audience members in the future or not, Again, I like it because you can wear it. You can show off the album that you love. So, Meta Ravenheart messaged on Patreon about show number 748. Here, and there, your authenticity far outweighs any difference of opinion. Please continue to march for freedom. Here in New Mexico, we know what it is like to stand up against tyranny and racism, and you inspire us to continue. Thank you, Meta. I really appreciate that. I've had a few more conversations with people recently, and I've lost a few more fans on this podcast, and that is one of the challenges about mentioning politics. But again, I do consider this is extraordinary circumstances. I've been doing this podcast again for 20 years, and I don't point out the politics most of the time. And most of the time it hasn't been necessary. I am definitely not one who has a knee-jerk reaction to the crazy stuff happening in the White House right now. Or at least I haven't been. And over the past year, that has definitely gotten worse because some of it number one, is downright illegal. So, I certainly have been a little bit more up in arms about that, because it's not like the first term of the president. This is so much worse. And of course, our economy is suffering, which also doesn't help. The price of gas is through the roof. And once upon a time, when I chatted politics, that was the number one issue for most people, was the economy. And now it seems to no longer be. I don't know. So while I will continue to talk about stuff now and then, it is not the primary focus of this podcast. But it doesn't mean I'm still not going to speak my mind. Because again, I love our country, and I feel like we could do so much better. So much better. It's sad right now. All right. Alexander Randall V emailed, whether you make better patter or not, I will listen to you until the day I die. I mentioned the Galician Celtic music. I am so intrigued by the sound. Some of it is like obvious jigs and reels and marches, but it also sounds like flamenco some of the time, and sometimes the Muslim music creeps in. It is very Spanish and yet not. And when the bagpipes come in, you think you are in Ireland. Here are 4 that you will find interesting. This one is by the kind of National Galician Folk Arts Concert. It opens with an almost Middle Eastern sound, but the voice comes in singing in Spanish, then the bagpipes hit, and it turns into a Celtic party in Spain. This one opens with cricket and turns into a dance. This one is a jig. It says so in the title, but then it turns into something else. The Muñeira is like the Galician national dance. It could be Scots. What country did this dance come from? You pick up all kinds of odd ideas, fiddle around with this Galician Celtic music. Thank you, Alexander. We've been having a little chat, and he sent these recommendations for some music over on Spotify if you want to check those out. I am still hopeful. I haven't secured any musicians yet, but I'm still hopeful that when I go to Galicia in June, that I will come back with some fantastic Galician Celtic music that I can share on the podcast. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get back to the music. Next up is Maggie May by Pressgang Mutiny from their album Departure.
Now gather round, you sailor boys, and listen to me plea. When you've heard me tale, you pity me. For I was a ruddy fool in the port of Liverpool, the first time that I come home from sea. For we was paid up at the home from the port of Sierra Leone, and £4.10 a month was all me pay. With a pocket full of tin, I was very soon taken in by an old little girl by the name of Maggie May. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they have taken her away to slave upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. She robbed so many sailors and captains of the whalers, she'll never cruise down Paradise Street no more. Met Maggie May, she was cruising up and down Old Canning Place. She'd a figure that was finer than the fastest ocean liner. Me being a sailor, I gave chase. Well, Maggie, Maggie May, they have taken her away to slave upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. She robbed so many sailors and the captains of the whalers, she'll never cruise down Paradise Street no more. Next morn when I awoke, I was flat and stony broke. No jacket, waistcoat, trousers could I find. When I asked her where they were, she said, my kind young sir, they're down in Kelly's pawn shop number 9. Maggie, Maggie May, they have taken her away to slave upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. She robbed so many sailors and the captains of the whalers, she'll never cruise down Paradise Street no more. So to the pawn shop I did go, but no clothes there could I find. A scuffer come and he took that gal away. And the judge, he guilty found her of robbing the homeward bounder, and paid a passage out to Botany Bay. Maggie, Maggie May, they have taken her away to slave upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. She robbed so many sailors and the captains of the whalers, she'll never cruise down Paradise Street no more. Yes, Maggie, Maggie May, they have taken her away, and she'll never walk down Lime Street anymore. She's finished robbing sailors, she started robbing jailers, that dirty Robin, no good Maggie May.
was on this Monday morning, and the day be clear and fine. A Harbour Grace excursion with the boys who had the time. And just before the sailor pulled the gangway from the pier, I saw some bastard haul me wife aboard as a volunteer. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. We were full 300 souls aboard, oh what a splendid sight. All strong and regimental to make your spirits bright. And me being in the double with the funny things they'd say, you'd split your sides and laughing if you see us in the bay. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Well, me wife, she got no better, she turned a sickly green. We fed her cake and candy, salt pork and kerosene, castor oil and sugar and candy, we rubbed pure oil on her face. And I says, you'll be a dandy when we reaches Harbour Grace. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Well, me wife, she got no better, me wife, me darling dear. The screeches from her troll air you could hear in Carvalho. I tried every place in Harbour Grace, tried every store and shop, to find her something for the cure or take her to the hop. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Well, she died below the Brandies as we was coming back. We buried her in the ocean, wrapped up in a Union Jack. And now I am a single man in search of a pretty face. And the girl who says she'll have me, well, it's off to Harbour Grace. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay.
I almost wrote a song so I could say Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now in that bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree, tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that tree there was a branch, a red branch, a rattling branch, branch in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that branch there was a limb, a red limb, a rattling limb, limb in the branch, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that limb there was a nest, a red nest, a rattling nest, nest in the limb, in the branch, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now in that nest there was a bird, a red bird, a rattling bird, bird in the nest, in the limb, in the branch, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that bird there was a feather, a rare feather, a rattling feather, feather in the bird, in the nest, in the limb, in the branch, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that feather there was a bug, a red bug, a rattling bug, bug in the feather, in the bird, in the nest, in the limb, in the branch, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. The bog down in the valley, oh. The bog down in the valley, oh.
After Pressgang Mutiny came Arise and Go with the Drowning at Bruckless and the Millers' Maggot from Moments of Light. Then the Bilge Pumps, they have a brand new album out. It's called Greatest Hits Volumes 1 through 7. They released an album called Greatest Hits Volume 8. And of course it came out before the Greatest Hits Volumes 1 through 7, which is of course amusing. That was Excursion Around the Bay. Then Steve MacDonald with The Chords Wouldn't Play from The Legend of John Lawley. And we finished up the set with The Bog Down in the Valley by Duncan, McLauchlan, and Glaucia Carvalho from their album McLauchlan's Celtic Brew. Thank you, patrons of the podcast. This show exists because of you. Every episode, the music, the production, the Celtic Music Magazine, the effort to find and support independent artists from around the world, it all runs on the generosity of our patrons of the podcast. Your support pays for audio engineering and graphics. It helps us buy music directly from independent Celtic artists. It keeps this community growing week after week. And in return, you get something good. Early access to episodes, music-only editions, free downloads, exclusive content, and the power to vote for your favorite track, which shapes the show in a real way. A special thanks this week to our newest patron of the podcast, Mary Jane Foos. If you'd like to join Mary Jane, here's how it works. Go to patreon.com/Celtic podcast, pick a tier that works for you, and become part of the reason this music keeps reaching new ears every single week. We love to have you. You can become a generous patron of the podcast on Patreon at songhinge.com. And if you want to join me, not on a Celtic invasion of Galicia, but maybe a Celtic invasion of the Isle of Skye when we go hiking, or Celtic invasion of Galway, which is probably in 2028, sign up to our mailing list at CelticInvasion.com. SeaStar is up next with The Four Shadows from their album The Treekeeper Awakens.
the mud and the clay, fortified on a sacred day, and wrote to him letters they might never send. The guardian stands afoot, watches alone in the spiteful hour as the world it devours, the misgivings of which one may never atone.
guys.
I was 14 when my neighbour died. My father said, son, he didn't live much of a life, but as good faces make good neighbours, we should go to the wake. It'll be alright, he has a niece your age. I saw her first in the corridor. I never saw another that I needed before. We sat outside in the rain, I tried to kiss her. She said yes if I did one thing first. She said, burn my uncle's casket, turn his insides into ashes. I will love you if you do. If you do, I love you. If you do, I've never really had any regrets before, so I said, yeah, why not? What did I come here for? So we went back inside to the smoke and the whiskey. But looking in my neighbour's eyes, I knew it was risky. I could tell in her smile, she knew I was nervous. She took me by the hand and started to whisper, man, if you knew what you were gonna see. I said, where's the kerosene? Burn my uncle's casket, turn his insides into ashes. I will love you if you do. If you do, I love you. If you do, I love you. Now I'm up the river, I shiver at the thought that I ever believed her. Narcissus, she made me, but I'd burn any coffin if she came to save me. Now I sing aloud that I am proud. Burned her uncle's casket, turned his insides into ashes. I used to love her, yes I do. Burn my uncle's casket, turn his insides into ashes. I will love you if you do. If you do, I love you. If you do,
After SeaStar came Dropkick Murphys with Fiending for the Lies. It's from their album For the People. Then Release the Craicen with Fisher's Hornpipe, Limerick Lasses, and Mason's Apron from Live, Songs on a Boat. And we finish up the set with Burn the Casket by Leevy from Ballymuirn, or The Soldier's March, The Pups of Anu. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please vote in the Celtic Top 20 for 2026. This is our way of finding the best songs and artists each year. You can vote for as many songs and tunes that inspire you. Your vote helps me create this year's Best Celtic Music episode. You have 3 weeks to vote. We're going to finish the set with Tara's Folk. I feel called out by this track. It's called Everybody's Old. It's from their album, Remember How We Fall. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back again next week. Sláinte.
She is 21 now and she's a racist cunt. Not so many ways to feel alive. Greasing up her gun now, thriving for the hunt. These are times to be aware. "21 has passed now and she's obnoxious.
proudly married, safe and sound. 2.3 Shaw, well bred and anxious to drive themselves into the ground. Amazing, 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 I'm old. Everybody is old, everybody is old, everybody's old. Everybody's old, everybody's old, everybody's old. Amazing, 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 I'm old. Everybody is old, everybody is old, everybody's old. Everybody's old, everybody's old, everybody's old. Yeah. Amazing, 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 I'm old. Amazing, 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 I'm old. Everybody is old, everybody is old, everybody's old. Everybody's old, everybody's old, everybody's old. Yeah. No is old.
Support for this program comes from Cascadia Cross-Border Law Group, creating transparent borders for more than 25 years, serving Alaska and the world. Find out more at CascadiaLawAlaska.com. Support for this program comes from Hank Woodward. Support for this program comes from Dr. Annie Lorkowski of Centennial Animal Hospital in Corona, California. Support for this program comes from John Sharkey White II. Support for this program comes from international speaker Joseph Dumond, teaching the ancient roots of the Gaelic people. Learn more about their origins at sightedmoon.com. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast was produced by Marc Gunn, the Kilt Father, and our patrons on Patreon. The show was edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Clean energy isn't just good for the planet, it's good for your wallet. Solar and wind are now the cheapest power sources in history. Spring is a good reminder of what we stand to lose and what we're fighting to protect. The science is clear. Human activity is driving climate change, record heat, rising seas, disappearing seasons, and yet too many politicians would rather protect billionaire energy interests than help working families lower their bills. Real change starts when we stop allowing the ultra-rich to write our energy policy. Support clean energy, reduce your waste, talk to your elected leaders. Every choice moves us toward a future that's more affordable, more free, and a planet that can actually breathe. The power to fix this is ours. Let's use it. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.